Hey friends, in this video, we're going to talk about the options that are available to those of you who have the J-1 visa and you're here in the United States and you're thinking about, well, what's next for you, right? What's next for me? I want to stay, I want to work, I want to continue to grow and do well here in the US. How can I make that happen and not lose status? That's what we're going to talk about in this one. If you're new to me, welcome to my channel. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey. I'm an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients all over the world on complex family and business immigration matters. Reach out to us at McBean Law so that we can take a look at your situation and see how we might be able to assist you. Contact us at 516-866-3900, or you may book your appointment online at any time during the day at McBeanLaw.com. Also, guys, do me the favor of subscribing to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notice of my videos each week. Now, let's talk about the options available to those of you with the J-1 visa. You're here again, you're here in the United States and you don't want to leave. You want to continue to stay here, work, and ultimately maybe get a green card as a result of what you're doing here in the US. The first thing I want you to think about is, do I need a waiver? Am I going to need a waiver of the 2-year residency requirement? Does it apply to me? Is it on my visa? Is it stamped on my visa that I'm subject to the 2-year residency rule? If that's the case, friends, that's the first big thing you're going to have to think about. Well, how do you get over that, right? And does this 2-year residency rule really apply to me? Because there are mistakes that are made in the process, and we've seen how some folks have this 2-year stamped on their visa when in fact their program is not even subject to it. And so we've contacted the State Department and gotten an advisory opinion to determine whether that was a correct designation or not. So that's the first thing you should really think about is, am I going to need a waiver of the 2-year residency rule? And if you are going to need a waiver, you've got to act very quickly before your visa expires. Otherwise, it could be a problem for you down the road. We're going to go back to the waiver issue towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for more thoughts about that. Now let's talk about some options, practical options that are available to you. Well, firstly, there's the H-1B. You can transition or change status to the H-1B if you have an employer who wants to keep you here and take you through that H-1B process, and that will give you a nice 3-year stay here in the United States, and you could extend that up to 6 years. And there's some other ways of making it extend a little bit longer if needed. But you know, you have to be working in a certain type of industry or field in order for you to extend it beyond the 6 years. The other idea is maybe you can get an E2, right? A treaty investor visa. That can potentially help you, right? And particularly if you want to start a business here in the United States, you want to invest a substantial amount in what we call a bona fide enterprise, then that could be a real nice way for you to transition. And if you're inside the United States, you can file the I-129 to change your status to the E2, or if you're outside of the United States, you're going to go through a different process through the State Department. You're going to go through consular processing. So you're going to want to look at what those requirements are through the State Department if you're outside of the United States, or if you decide to leave the US and go back home, you could still come back. You could come back in as an E2 treaty investor. Now, the green card filing, you can, you know, if so long as you're here in a lawful status, you can obviously go through the permanent residency filing process through an employer. Some people are eligible to self-petition. You may very well be one of those individuals. You can do the EB-2 national interest waiver. That would allow you to self-petition for the green card. Or if you have an employer, you can obviously do one of the other EB processes as well. Let's just go back to the 2-year residency issue for a moment here. So as I mentioned earlier, there is a process for you to actually find out whether you were correctly, that designation was correctly applied to your visa. And it's through the State Department, whereby you could write them and make an argument that perhaps this is a wrong designation on your visa, and here's evidence of why this is wrong. Here's, here are all the program codes, and your program is not on that list, and you shouldn't be on there. And if the State Department agrees with your argument, they will issue that advisory opinion that you can then use to change your status, which is very critical, because you can start a process, a green card process, or even a change of status process, and then come to a brick wall when the government says to you, you need this waiver. We cannot approve your application until this waiver has been obtained. Do you need that letter of no objection from the embassy, your country's embassy? You've got to do that research very, very early into the process. Now, the other option is this: if you apply for the waiver and it didn't work out, you can go back home, right? And you should go back home, as a matter of fact. If you're thinking long term here in the US, you go back home for the 2-year period, and then come back in maybe under the E2 visa or the H-1B or some other process. So long as you don't overstay, because if you do overstay, that's going to limit your options significantly. And there are times when we meet with amazing people who had the J-1 and they just overstayed, and the options are so limited right now for them, unless they have a relative, like a qualifying relative, what we call it in immigration world, like a spouse or a parent who is a US citizen or a green card holder who would suffer extreme hardship if that J-1 applicant was to go back home. And so it gets very complicated and very tricky very easily once a person has overstayed. So if you have the option to go back home and before your your visa expires, then you should do that. You could always come back in with a visitor's visa, go in and out until you you satisfy that 2-year residency requirement, and then you could come back more long term through one of those other visa types that I described, or even a green card process. So those are my thoughts for those of you out there. If you'd like to discuss further, reach out to us at McBean Law. We'd be happy to brainstorm with you and take a look at your individual situation, your program, your field, and all these other stuff about you, your background, to see whether we can help build a strong case for you, so that you could get to stay here in the United States long term. If you found this video helpful, comment below, let me know your thoughts on it. Reach out to us again at McBean Law. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.